Welcome back to my channel. Today, I'm here with
Cass
and Kaylin.
So we all know each other from a little thing called Kiwanis Camp Casey, which is my favorite place on earth. I don't know about you guys.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. But we feel like it shouldn't be the best place on earth, even though it is, right?
Yeah.
Like that should just be how life is.
Yeah.
Camp Casey should be just everyday life.
Yes.
Right. So, I guess we just want to talk about, stereotypes and some questions that you guys get all the time, and just like blur the line between Camp Casey and regular life.
Well, let's start off with their disabilities and what we have.
Yeah.
So Kaylin, you can go first.
Okay, I have spastic diplegia cerebral palsy, which means that my legs are tight, so walking and balance are difficult things for me. I also have partial vocal cord paralysis, so my left vocal cord is completely paralyzed, which is why my voice is a little bit quieter.
Hey guys, so my name's Cass. I'm 15, and I have a very rare condition that's called Conradi-Huderman. It's a genetic condition. Basically, it affects pretty much everything in my body. I'm blind out of my right eye. I'm deaf out of my left ear. My entire right side is 3.5 inches shorter than my left side, including my lung. I was born with a hole in my heart, and it's closed now. And then my back, I have what's it called?
What is it called?
Yeah, I don't know. It's called kyphoscoliosis. So kyphosis meaning my spine twists, and scoliosis meaning that my spine bends.
Her spine is having all kinds of parts.
Yeah, it just has a mind of its own. So I've had 40 surgeries on my spine alone. So I've had 42 surgeries altogether, and I've been having surgery since I was one. Yeah, age of 1.
Yeah. Jeez.
Started early.
Woo!
So I also have like an extra foot because my prosthetic.
Yep.
Yep.
Pretty cool. And that's us. And this is India. You already know her.
Yeah. India.
Hi. Kaylin, I'll ask you first.
Okay.
Give me a couple reasons why camp is, or how camp is different than just high school, I don't know, regular life.
There are a lot of differences. Camp Casey is just a place where I can go, and there are counselors like any other, and none of them have any sort of disabilities, but the campers who do have the disabilities and the counselors, we mesh really well because there's no judgment there, and in everyday life I get a lot of stares, and people have told me that I needed to be fixed, and that I was broken, and that there was stuff wrong with me, and
Here's how you fix it.
yeah.
We've been told like our parents, we're the way we are because of our parents' past sins. Both of us have been told that.
What?
They're like, go to this church, talk to this pastor, and we're both like,
That's
I
awful.
went on a camping
What?
trip, and like a 60-year-old guy was like, she can be fixed, just go to this church, talk to this pastor, say this prayer, and your daughter
Don't
can
do
be
that.
fixed. And I was literally like,
I've had people.
there's nothing wrong with me. So I think that's the biggest thing for me,
Yeah.
is that there's no judgment, and there's no stares. I obviously just look different in general when I walk. I can walk by myself, but my legs turn in, and there's nobody gives it a second glance. When I first got to Camp Casey, I was shocked. I got off the bus, I got my walker, and nobody paid any attention to me. I'm like, what is this
Hello,
world?
people.
What is this world? Yeah.
I'm here.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
so
amazing.
That's the best part.
What a lot of people may not know, surprisingly to us, is that physical disability does not mean you also have a mental disability,
Not at
necessarily.
all.
Not cognitive.
In some
Yeah.
cases, there are,
Yeah.
but not in our cases, and not in a lot of our friends either.
Yeah. But a lot of people will kind of talk down to me and kind of be condescending and talk to me kind of like I'm a 5-year-old, and I'm like, yeah, that's okay, you don't have to do that, I'm 18.
Yeah. Well, I get that too because I'm 4'3", so I'm the tiniest person, but I'm also 15. So I look really young, but I talk my age and I act my age.
I think she talks more or older than her age sometimes. Like talk to
Just
people
in general.
who struggle to communicate and assume that they have a cognitive disability, because communication is not.
Yeah.
I mean, that can be your physical disability, nothing to do with how you think.
Absolutely.
Well, communication is different for each person. So yeah, for a lot of us it might be talking, but Kaylin and I, more her than me. We learned ASL,
Sign language.
sign language.
You guys both know.
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I knew you did, but I didn't.
Yeah.
Huh.
We both know ASL. We both know alternate ways of communication. So
Yeah.
you know, you have to kind of like, for each kid, you have to kind of look at them and be like, okay, how do you communicate? Spend some time with them. If someone with autism is turning away from you, you're trying to talk to them, doesn't mean that they're not listening to you.
Yep.
It doesn't mean that they're not registering, like your words aren't registering
Exactly.
with them. It just means that like maybe eye contact isn't their thing.
Yeah, absolutely. I use American Sign Language a lot when communicating with family members and stuff because my voice is softer. So if I'm in a really loud setting,
It's easier.
It's way easier to just see. There we go. Need to stop signing.
Did you just do that?
She does it when she talks
I do
all
when I
the
talk
time.
all the see.
So now I'll ask Cass the same question. I know there's a million reasons, but like something that sticks out in your mind for how Camp Casey is different than your average day.
I agree with a lot of the things, or everything that Caitlin said. It is very different because, you know, no one stares, no one looks at you differently, no one judges you, there's no judging at all, and that's really weird for, you know, I was 10 when I came into this, and I didn't know that there were things out there like this where I thought I was alone and that no one had a disability.
Yep.
So when I came to camp, I was like, oh my gosh, there are people here that do have disabilities, and it's not like, you know, we make fun of each other for our disabilities all the time. It's a contest how many surgeries we've had. It's a contest, like, oh yeah, you've had 40 surgeries. I've had
42, what up? It's just nice that you have someone to mess around with
and
that
you know,
stuff too.
disabilities aren't the main concern. They're not the main topic that everybody focuses on.
Yeah.
They're like, disabilities aren't even brought up at the beginning of the conversation. They're not like, oh yeah, what do you have? And if it is brought up, no one's trying to be offensive. It's just kind of like, oh cool, yeah, I have this. All right, moving on. How's school going?
Right.
Like, that's the conversation. Like, it's not the main topic. You know what I mean?
Is that something that comes up a lot in
yes.
regular life? People are always asking.
My goodness.
I didn't know.
I think it's worse because we have physical disabilities, so it's obvious, it's super obvious. It's the first thing you see about us is that we look different, we walk differently. The biggest thing about Camp Casey is just whenever I would go, I would feel such relief because people who had physical disabilities, they would literally ask me, oh, so we just have a normal conversation, and then somewhere towards the end of the conversation be like, oh, so why do you use a walker? Oh, because of this. Okay, moving on. Bye, see you later.
Yeah.
It's like there's no added pressure.
But what about if someone just in regular life who you meet, you're getting along with, and they're curious what your disability is?
I think.
Well, how do you feel about people asking? How should they ask?
Personally, I love people asking. My foot-on-foot prosthetic looks weird, and no one really has the same thing as I do. So of course, yeah, it does look different, it does look weird. So I don't mind people like staring at it a little bit and then moving on. But there have been a lot of cases when we go anywhere out in public where people will just continuously stare. So when people ask questions, I'm like, oh my gosh, you're not just, you know, staring at it, and you're not just being intentionally rude about it. You're actually trying to find out
genuinely
more
curious.
about me. Exactly, you're
I
genuinely
like that.
curious.
That's a good point.
So yeah, if you like ask questions, then you're fine. Don't ask the question, what's wrong with you?
Oh my goodness, yeah, I agree with everything that Cass said. Please, 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 if you are curious, please ask. Don't stare. Ask, please.
Yeah.
But
Don't
like
Open book, as you
we're
can
begging
tell.
you, please ask.
Yeah.
But like we will tell you, but there are a lot of cases where I've come across where people are like, what's wrong with you? What's
wrong with you?
Yeah.
Why do you walk weird? And the way that I would phrase it is, I have to think about this because I don't usually say it, but
Yeah, how would you phrase the question though? Because I know you're trying to avoid saying it. But
Yeah.
how would you like prefer that someone ask instead of what's wrong with you? Because that's about the worst thing you could say.
the question I would say like, geez, that's a hard one coming
Yeah.
up. I see that you walk differently. Why is that?
Or like, what is your process? Like, how do you use this? Or why
Yeah.
do you use this? Or,
I see that you walk differently. Why is that?
Yeah, so simply what? Yeah.
Yeah,
I
why?
noticed this.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, it also kind of bugs me too when I'm like at the grocery store or anywhere really, and a parent says, "Honey, don't stare. That's rude." Yeah, staring is rude.
but have your kid ask questions.
you're closing your kid off to
That's a good point.
learning.
Yeah, I
more.
thought about this a lot too.
Yeah.
You're closing your kid off from learning.
Or
more.
you know, at that point, if a parent does that, I will usually kneel down to the kid and be like, "Hey, sweetheart, like, do you have a question? Like, do you want to ask anything?" And their
That's a really good point.
parent's face for a split second is like the best thing.
Yeah.
They're just mortified,
What just happened?
and I'm like, "Oh my gosh."
It's sort of embarrassing now,
Yeah.
honestly.
I mean,
Sorry.
I want people to be educated.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
If they
Education is key.
if they want to learn more, go ahead. Please ask me. Like, that is the one thing that I want to emphasize most. Please, please, please ask.
Okay, you mentioned being self-conscious about your scars and braces and
Yeah.
stuff like that, and everyone's self-conscious about something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So let's talk about that too, is just body positivity. You said you became more comfortable with yourself at 13, which is like pretty amazing, you gotta say. And for me at least, like in the modeling world, it's just the most strict rules. You have to look exactly like this and be, I mean, even they
This height,
measure our
this
waist,
weight.
our waist and our hips, and it's just like a lot of pressure. And
Yeah.
it took me up until like 2 years ago, so when I was 19, to finally be like, screw you all. I am living my happy life and eating what I want and
Yeah.
exercising when I want.
I'm
but
good enough,
excessively, you know, like just finally happy with myself, which
Yeah.
took a long time. So, I mean, obviously you two are like, at least I see you being super confident these days. So I want to know how you got to that point, and maybe how other people who are self-conscious about their bodies can get to that point.
Absolutely.
Well, for me, you know, I'm still not completely confident in my body. Like, I do a lot to act confident in my body,
That's
but
it.
like, yeah, pretty much. Like, you know, it took me a lot of time because in the disability community or whatever,
Yeah.
then you're kind of, even then you're pressured to be a certain way. In the LPA community, you're supposed to have achondroplasia, which is the most common type of dwarfism in the world. And so, you know, at the big events for LPA, the kids without achon are like kind of pushed to the side, and their parents are too. So the kids with the more rare types of dwarfism are not shown, and we don't really get to
Yeah.
talk with the other people. It's very cliquey, I guess you could say.
Yeah. Just like, I mean, just like the whole world.
Yeah,
it's another
just
pocket
exactly.
of it, you know?
It's
Yeah.
the most ridiculous thing, but you know, you're supposed to be, even like in the modeling world has a lot of influence on us too, because we're supposed to, you know, it makes us feel, or at least it made me feel a little bit, you know, self-conscious. Why do I have this disability? Why can't, you know, I be like girls on TV or in commercials or, on
5'10" and
magazines?
this big.
Exactly.
Yeah. It has taken me a very long time to build up confidence, and I honestly, I don't feel, it's such a good feeling that I don't have to fake it anymore. Like, I actually am pretty confident. I'm like, I love my body. There's nothing I would change. But it took me a long time to get there. I woke up every morning and I would tell myself, you're enough. You don't need to change. When I was younger, I used to be incredibly self-conscious of my disability. Like, I have orthotics that I wear, braces on my feet.
Do you have one?
No, I don't. Plastic braces that I wear.
Kaylin.
But I have plastic braces that I wear, and I would do everything I could to hide them. And all of my scars from my surgeries, I would do everything I could to hide them. I would not wear shorts. I would not wear anything that would show them at all. And all I wanted was to change it. And as I've gotten older, I probably realized this when I was like 13 or so about 5 years ago, I just was like, I actually asked myself one day, why do I care? Because why do I care? I don't anymore, and I'm proud of my scars, honestly, because it showed that we all started as like a blank canvas, and this shows kind of my journey and my story.
Battle scars.
Yes! Battle scars, there you go.
There comes a point where you have to just be happy. And I mean, similar thing, like the doctors maybe pressuring you, or friends or family or whatever, and also similar to my industry where it's the clients and your agents and your just the girls who you live with who are pressuring you. And
Absolutely.
just in this world, there's a lot of pressures for you physically to look a certain way.
There are a lot of pressures. You don't have to change. You are enough.
You have to train yourself to think
I
that
have
way.
said that to myself every morning for the last 5 years.
I'm really happy actually with the fashion industry in general because we're getting better.
Yeah, you are getting better.
We're like, just in general, there's
more models
different
in
body
wheelchairs
types,
now.
more models in wheelchairs. They're being more accepting of height differences and like everything. So we're getting there, but we're not there yet. Another question I had, sort of along the lines of the fashion side of things, is what's one thing you wish like would be different when you're walking into a store and shopping for clothes? Is there something?
More mannequins that are like not, you know,
Not
tall, skinny.
Sticks.
Yeah, why not put the clothes on a different size girl every now and then? That's true.
Or maybe have a mannequin in a chair sitting.
Yeah, sitting down. That's
so
good.
you can see how this shirt would look when you're sitting down versus when you're standing. I mean, there's not.
And more accessible clothes in general.
Yeah.
Because like not everyone can, you know, put their clothes on themselves. Like we're really lucky in the sense that we can. But you know, there's a lot of kids who have disabilities need help.
What would be helpful in the footwear industry? Maybe, I don't know about for you guys, but I know like a lot of people, you know, it would be much more helpful if there was just a strap going across the whole thing or something like that, so you can slip in and not be tying and working with your hands a lot and things like that.
Shoe horns.
Shoe
horns, because like mine is very difficult to get any kind of shoe on it. It's really funny to walk into a shoe store and the sales ladies are like, or salespeople, can I help you? And my mom and I both go, no. Like,
Just no.
You can't. Don't be in here for the next hour.
Yeah, I can do it, but it takes forever to get
Change
my
shoes.
tennis shoes over the heel of my orthotic.
Yep.
So I think wider heels would be better.
So not even just wide shoes, but like an extra wide heel part for orthotics.
Yeah.
High heel shoes as well are
I
something
can't wear
that
those.
everyone wants to wear high heels, right? But it's like, go ahead, you go. Because I know you were super excited. You wore high heels like Kat this year.
No, I did, because what they did was my it's literally a fake foot below. Like, can I take it off? It's just Velcro.
If you want to.
Okay. So
You can get it back on.
Yeah. It's just
She
Velcro.
does this every day.
Yeah.
But
It's literally, so my leg goes in here.
Whoa.
All right, let's not break the table today. So my leg goes in here, and then my actual foot goes right here. And then these are my shoes that I'm in love with.
Which are so cute.
Which
Oh
are
my
really
gosh.
cute,
Let's talk
by
about
the
those
way.
for a second.
So this under here is a fake foot. So under this shoe is my fake foot, and it has toenails and everything. And yes, they're the same color as my actual ones. I make sure that they're painted. I'm tired of wearing flats. I go to events all the time. I need to wear heels.
She's a party gal.
No. I just have a career, so I have to go to different things. So, you know, I have to figure out something because flats aren't cutting it anymore. But, you know, like, high-heeled shoes aren't accessible for everybody.
Yeah.
And I couldn't wear high-heeled shoes until, like, 4 months ago.
Yeah.
And I'm 15. Like, imagine how difficult that is to see everybody else at dances or at school dances or at events, and you're stuck wearing flats.
Especially with short dresses. Like, I can wear high heels, but I cannot wear pencil heels, and the heel itself has to be as wide as the base of the shoe.
Yeah.
So what did you say?
The heel has to be as wide as the base of the shoe.
Yeah, which is very limiting as well.
It's
extremely limiting. There's no cute shoes.
Especially with short dresses.
See, that's something that I want to work on. Like, because I think we, all three of us love, like, I don't know, just girly stuff, girly shoes especially. I had another girl from camp tell me that I should start a high-heeled shoe line for people with disabilities.
Yes.
And I was like, that's a great idea. Because I already have a bit of the knowledge I need, but like, obviously I get some help from my girls. And who knows, maybe it could be a strap thing, but you can't tell. You know, it's like it straps over, the heel's real thick, but still cute.
So, like we were saying, it would be really awesome if we just had a lot more options, I guess, for just
Shoe
clothing
variety.
in general.
Yeah.
Clothing and shoes in general, just variety and more accessible things.
Yeah. Amazing. Is homecoming at the beginning or the end?
Beginning.
Okay, what's
Prom's
the
at the
prom? Oh,
Prom.
Missy
Not
over
me.
here's headed to prom this year. Are you excited for that?
June 1st.
Yeah, I'm
Yes,
going. Just kidding.
Yeah.
I'm your date. Just kidding. No, I'm not.
Yeah.
That'd be cute though.
I am very excited because, I mean, I think because my life is so different than somebody's who doesn't have any sort of challenge. That's what I love to say, challenge instead of disability. I hate that word. But some of the physical therapy and the hospital appointments and the surgeries and all the stuff can get pretty overwhelming.
Yeah.
So I think I mean, I am so excited just to have a normal night with my peers, and because that's a lot of that's an issue too. Me fitting in with a peer group is kind of difficult because a lot of people they assume things. Assumptions are horrible. Please, again, ask.
Us ladies like to dance. Well, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
Because, I mean, that's my favorite part of Camp Casey is the dance. And
course.
I think just in life in general, I love to dance, I love music.
Absolutely.
I'm not good at dancing, but that doesn't
But who
matter.
cares? That's what people need to know too. To dance, you do not need to be good
No,
at dancing.
exactly.
You just gotta be confident.
Yeah.
Yes.
I love to meet new people. I love all of that. But it's super difficult because people prejudge and they assume I'm not capable of things, so they won't invite me to do certain things. And also my voice thing, if it's super loud, I can't say what I want to say. So a lot of the times if I'm in a loud situation, I'll just stay quiet. I have like, I don't know, 2, 3, 4 friends that have stuck with me through like everything, and I super appreciate you guys, but it's just, I mean, it's super important, but those are my friends. Those are the friends that I have.
Yeah, same here. Like,
4.
I only have one group that I really love, and I really hang out with. Y'all know who you are.
That's all you need though. And
Yeah.
I tell like my younger siblings, this too, who are still in high school, is that high school makes you feel like that's your pool of people you get to choose from. Like, good luck. You have to make friends in.
And then I think also a lot of people, like a lot of high schoolers, think that that's the rest of their life. It's just
high school.
Yeah, and
No, it's only 4 years. Like, don't let it fool you.
After high school is when your life can begin. Trust me. Like, you would not even I mean, you guys actually did know me, I guess, when I was in high school. And I was like, just
16-year-old.
a little. Yes, I was just a little nerdy
You were
weirdo.
very quiet.
Yeah, you were
super
very quiet. It was
And now,
really interesting.
It's different. And like, literally for me, all it took was getting out of high school and just exploring the rest of the world, meeting people who are like me, who I get along with, I mean, I've met friends all over the world, not just in my 2-mile radius who go to my high school.
Yeah, I mean, and it's
Crazy.
super important, and I'm super grateful for the friends that I do have. But that's one of the reasons why I can't wait to get out of high school, because I want to have a wider. I know, 6 months. We got this.
At my school, it's really different because I'm one of 2 kids in my entire high school that it has a physical difference, or has physical differences, but is in honors classes. And everybody would stare at me as I was driving down the hallways, and I was like, yeah, you know, I don't really care, and that's fine. I just kind of tried to put my earbuds in and just go to class as fast as I possibly could. And it's really different, but at the same time, I think it's, again, stereotyping where, yeah, I do have a physical disability, but that doesn't mean I have any cognitive issues at all.
Okay, what's your message to someone who maybe is nervous to come up to you and talk to you?
My message
Come up.
My message to somebody is just forget about all that. Pretend. Again, fake confidence. You can do it. We won't bite, I promise. I mean, this is honestly what we love. I smile so big when somebody comes up to me and asks me, hey, so what's going on? Like, I mean, it makes me so happy because so many people don't.
I used to get made fun of a lot. And so that's the reason a lot of people wouldn't come up to me and talk to me, is because they were scared that if they came up, that they would also get made fun of.
Oh gosh, that's the worst.
So
right there.
so now I've
don't care what other people think.
So now I've kind of like, you know, broken out of all those stereotypes typical things that boxes basically that I should be fitting into, that I should be doing, and I'm like, you know what, screw it. Like, I'm gonna do as much stuff as I possibly
Blur the
can.
lines. That's the message.
So now no one cares.
I'm not getting bullied anymore, but all through elementary school and like the start of high school, I was bullied a lot. Like just, it was horrible.
I was physically bullied too.
I was
Kicked in the
really-
face, punched in the stomach. Like for things I can't control, which are dumb, but
I was physically bullied from first grade all the way to like 6th grade, and it really had an effect on me. I did not feel safe at school. I would beg my parents to homeschool me. I'd be in tears every morning. Like it really took a toll on me, and I mean that's what I try to combat now and get rid of is bullying in schools.
Speaking of inspiring others, what do you guys think of the word inspire in general and people telling you that you're an inspiration in general?
I hate the word inspiring.
Oh my gosh, I was just gonna say.
Like, you come up to me and say, you're so inspiring, I'm gonna ask you why.
For
If
what?
it's because, yeah, if it's because I inspired you through my music, I got you through a tough time, I helped you through something, or anything along those lines, anything along those lines, perfectly fine. That's why I do what I do every day. I'm a motivational speaker, and I'm also a singer, so I write songs to help other people.
Yeah,
You know, but like if you call me an inspiration and I ask why and you say because you do what you do every day, I'm not gonna take that because
Yeah.
I've had 42 surgeries not by choice. I was born into that. That has always been my normal. Every 6 months I would get up and I would have a surgery. Like that, I thought that was normal until I was 6 and I went to 1st grade and I was like, you don't have surgeries? Why?
Yeah,
Every
Why?
6 months?
yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Like that's strange. It's just like, don't call me an inspiration because of
Exactly.
because I got up and did my makeup this morning.
Exactly. I remember somebody came up to me and they were like, "You are such an inspiration," and I literally said, "Why is that?" Like, just that's exactly what I said.
that's
And
great.
they said, you know, you're an inspiration because I
couldn't do it. Wait,
this is what gets to me. They're like, if I were in your shoes,
Oh my gosh.
I could not do what
No.
you do.
Do what?
And I'm
Wake
like,
up?
Do what?
Do what?
I'm literally like, and I'll ask
We
people
didn't
too.
choose.
We didn't choose this, but at the same time, I wouldn't change it. And why am I an inspiration? What am I supposed to do? Lay in bed and just waste my life away? No, I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna enjoy life and I'm gonna make a difference wherever I can.
You just have to
That's
go
what
through
happens.
life like everybody else. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And why be sad when you can smile?
I would imagine people say like, would you change it if you could? And
No.
I know like you guys always say, no.
At least once a week, one person asks me, "Hey, would you change your disability?" And my first answer, absolutely 100% no. No, there's not an ounce of
Nope.
me that wants to change it.
And what a lot of people don't understand is just because we've had so many surgeries, it does not mean that our pain is done and over with.
No.
No. I'm hurting every second of every day because my body hates me. Okay? like sure, my mom always says, if I could take the pain away, you know, then I would. And I was like, I wouldn't, because the pain makes me who I am. Like, the pain made me stronger.
There's no point.
Who would I be without it? I don't know who I would be.
Exactly. I have no idea where I would be. I mean, I wouldn't be public speaking also. I wouldn't be doing anti-bullying campaigns because I probably would not have been bullied as bad as I was. No, absolutely 100% not.
Yeah.
That will always be my answer. No.
So, okay, you prefer the word challenge versus disability.
Personally,
because
I don't care.
You don't care.
No.
Okay, so let's talk about that too. Because the reason you like challenge better is because, like you said, you still do everything.
Disability. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
that you- that anyone can
disability
do.
can't do.
But you can't, and you do. You just do it differently. That's what you're talking about earlier.
But if something's on the top shelf, still can't reach it with a step stool, I climb
I'm
counter. Yeah, that's it. You heard my sister
She did that
earlier today.
She's like, Kaylin, I'm climbing your counter. Okay.
Okay.
Alright.
No, so like disability for me, it does mean unable or can't do. But like for me, I feel like it's kind of beating around the bush. Like there are some things that I am unable to do, but at the same time, there are still some incredible, amazing opportunities that I would never get if I didn't have my disability. You know what I mean?
But if you are unable to do something, you would just ask, right?
Exactly.
Like, and how about people, does it bother you when people assume you might need help with something when you don't?
Oh,
Like, we're gonna ask if we need help.
Yeah.
We're not gonna
don't just
we're not
come
just gonna-
out and be like, oh, can you not do that? Oh,
Yeah.
I'll do it, watch me.
I'll do it. If you dare me to do something,
Watch
or you
me.
say, I bet you can't,
You can't.
I'm gonna do it. Like, I will figure out anything possible to help me do it, I will do. Like,
Yeah.
So something I get asked a lot, if someone with a wheelchair is about to go in a door or something, people all the time ask me, should I open the door? Should I wait till they ask me for help? Should I, you know, so what do you guys say?
open the door.
But also, I mean, if like, sometimes it's difficult for me to get doors open, but I'm like, I'm gonna do this. It's gonna happen. If I'm like opening the door and you see me wheeling through it, don't just like grab the door. Just, I got it. So,
Well, especially because like if someone's holding onto the door,
oh, don't
do that
Don't
because
do
you
that.
might cause them to fall.
Yeah,
like, don't.
That's true.
Or
Awesome.
like when we fall, if we ask for help to be like
Yeah.
picked up, don't pick us up. Like,
I mean,
because I need to be picked up a certain way.
a lot of people too, if I do fall, they're like, oh my gosh, the world is ending. My parents, literally, I fall, no exaggeration, probably 20 times a day. Actually, like, seriously.
Actually, that's not an
And
exaggeration.
I fall all the time, and so my parents will hear me hit the ground and they're like, sis, that's what they call me, sis, you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm good, I got it.
Yep.
And they're like, okay, whatever.
No, she fell at the nail salon once. I literally laughed at her and said,
Oh, no.
you're graceful. And she said, thanks.
Thanks.
And I was like, you can get it, it's fine.
Yeah.
Oh my God. What I try to tell people is that every person's situation is so different, as you can tell. Like,
Yeah.
there's certain parts on certain people's body, even if you have the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Whatever, it's like there's certain parts on this person that you can't touch.
Yeah.
And so, you know, I prefer to be picked up this way.
Yeah.
Or I prefer if someone does open the door. No, I can do it myself.
Yeah.
So I think the biggest thing, just in life in general, is communication.
And don't insist
Feel it out.
either.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
said, you
Don't
know,
be like, no, I can help. And be like, no, I'm good.
Yeah.
Thanks, though.
Because I just think you have to think of every single person as such a specific individual
Absolutely.
and feel
Nobody's
comfortable
exactly
asking, right?
Just,
Like,
just
can I get the
or
door
not.
for you? No, I'm fine.
There is nobody exactly like you.
Yeah.
We're all different.
Yep.
Wow, spreading some truth in this video.
Everybody's different. I think that is a good way to wrap it up. Everybody is unique. Everyone is different. Learn to love your
yourself.
specific self.
Love yourself.
Yes.
Love yourself.
Ask questions.
Self-love is so important.
Yay! So I hope you guys enjoyed our video. I think we talked about some, you know, good educational topics and also had some girl talk. Hope you all enjoyed listening to us
Yeah, now we're actually
ramble
gonna
on
have some girl talk off camera.
privately. So thank you all for watching. Hope to see you again soon.
Follow us on Instagram.
Follow these guys on Instagram. I'll link their
Right here.
Instagrams in the description.
Yeah.
And maybe I'll attach some other videos or like educational pieces down below if you guys want to
Yeah.
check out some
And
other
if you
videos.
have any questions like to our specific, you know, circumstances, DM us.
Yes.
Or if you see us out in public, like, ask questions.
Please, please,
Don't-
please. Whoever you are, if you have any question of any kind, ask.
Thank you guys for joining me today.
Yeah,
That was so
thank
fun.
you for having us.
Yeah.
All right, bye.
Love you
Bye,
guys.
guys. Love you.
Yeah, look,
Are you
just
still
love
waiting?
you.